Hello guys, and welcome back to caferussian.com. Today we will have shadowing Russian practice video. Some of you have asked me to repeat this video, so you seem to enjoy this technique. So let's do it one more time. So basically I will remind you guys what shadowing technique is. I will tell you a little story in not very hard, very basic, simple Russian with simple grammar and vocabulary. Your task would be to pause after every sentence, or if one sentence is hard for you, you can pause after a phrase and basically repeat together with me, after me, the phrases, the sentences I will be telling you. And then, of course, we will translate them and we will analyze the grammar and vocabulary that we will have in the sentences. Okay, let's start. В России много маленьких городов. В России много маленьких городов. There are a lot of small cities in Russia. Now repeat it together with me. В России много маленьких городов. Now the whole sentence. В России много маленьких городов. Alright, next one. Там иногда сложнее жить, чем в большом городе. Там иногда сложнее жить, чем в большом городе. Sometimes it's harder to live there than in a big city. Now let's say it all together. Иногда там сложнее жить, чем в большом городе. Okay, now the whole sentence. Иногда там сложнее жить. Let's say it. Иногда там сложнее жить, чем в большом городе. Okay, the next sentence. В маленьких городах мало людей говорит по-английски. В маленьких городах мало людей говорит по-английски. Not a lot of people speak English in small cities. В маленьких городах, repeat after me, в маленьких городах немного людей говорит по-английски. Okay, the next one. Но люди там ближе к природе. Но люди там ближе к природе. But people there are closer to the nature. Let's say it all together. Но люди там ближе к природе. Perfect. Next sentence. Там много старинных мест, церквей и кремлей. That was a hard one. Там много старинных мест, церквей и кремлей. There are a lot of ancient places there, churches and Kremlins. Now all together. Там много старинных мест, церквей и кремлей. Если ты хочешь понять Россию, тебе надо побывать в маленьких городах. If you want to understand Russia, you need to go to small cities. Если ты хочешь понять Россию, тебе надо побывать в маленьких городах. If you want to understand Russia, you need to go to small cities. Now let's say it all together. Если ты хочешь понять Россию, тебе надо побывать в маленьких городах. Now all sentence together. Если ты хочешь понять Россию, let's say it. Если ты хочешь понять Россию, тебе надо побывать в маленьких городах. Perfect. So now let's look a little bit at the grammar in this little story. В России много маленьких городов. There are a lot of small cities in Russia. So remember, in present, we don't use to be in the sentences. So there is no to be in this sentence, no verbs in the sentence. В России, in Russia, много, a lot, маленьких городов. Small cities. Там иногда сложнее жить, чем в большом городе. Sometimes it's harder to live there than in a big city. So again, we don't have the main verb. We have one verb in infinitive form, but we don't have the main verb in the sentence. Иногда, sometimes, там сложнее, there harder, жить, to live, чем, than, first in Russian, в больших городах, in big cities. So we have one verb, жить, but as you can see that in infinitive form, which means it's not the main verb of the sentence, because the main verb you need to change according to the tense, subject, and all other different reasons. So here we don't have the main verb, and that's absolutely fine for Russian language. В маленьких городах мало людей говорят по-английски. In small cities, not a lot of people speak Russian. So here, finally, we have our first main verb, говорят. В маленьких городах, in small cities, не много людей, not a lot of people. So, people, finally, that's our subject. Говорят, speak. So the ending is ят, говорят, because говорить, that's a verb of their second conjugation for plural. For they, они, говорят по-английски. When we speak about the language, when someone speaks certain language, we say по-русски, speak Russian, по-английски, speak English. But if you just want to say Russian, you don't need to say по. You need just to say русский, русский язык, Russian language. But speak Russian, говорить по-русски. Но люди там ближе к природе. But people there are closer to the nature. Again, no verbs here, because we don't have to be in present. Но люди там, but people there, ближе, that means closer, к природе, to the nature. Там много старинных мест, кремлей и церквей. Again, no verbs. There are a lot of ancient places, churches and Kremlins. Там много, there, a lot, старинных мест. So место means place. And старинный, don't confuse it with старый. Старый, it's just like old. But старинный, that's ancient. So it sounds just a little bit better. It sounds a little bit more noble. Старинный. But старый doesn't sound good. It sounds like something is just falling apart. So старое место, but старинное место. Церковь, church. We have a lot of cathedrals as well in Russia, but mainly in big cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg. But our old traditional architecture, that's church, церковь, церковь. Много старинных мест, церквей и кремлей. So Кремль, you probably know what it is. In Moscow, you have the Red Square and the Kremlin there. So that's very traditional for our Russian old architecture. Если ты хочешь понять Россию, тебе надо побывать в маленьких городах. Если ты хочешь понять. If you want to understand. Ты хочешь. We change the verb хотеть to want because of you. Ты хочешь. But the secondary verb should be in infinitive. Ты хочешь понять Россию. You want to understand Russia. Тебе нужно. Нужно is need. You need. Тебе нужно побывать. Побывать, it's like to go somewhere, to be somewhere, to go somewhere. Тебе нужно побывать. You need to get there. Тебе нужно побывать в маленьких городах. You need to get to small cities. Right, guys, this is it. That was the shadowing technique. I really recommend you to come back to this video maybe tomorrow or a day after tomorrow and repeat it. Repeat this practice to become more fluent. Right, guys, this is it for today. And if you would like to take part in 3 hours live Russian meeting with me, here somewhere should be a link to the video with description how you can do it. And if you would like to become my patron and get 1 hour Russian practice video every week with a lot of practice, with a lot of vocabulary, and you can find this link somewhere in the description. And I meet you guys in the next video. Пока-пока!